Let's breathe. Breathe. You got this. Just speak.
Online teaching with Jazz. Online teaching with Jazz.
Hi, guys. This is Online Teaching with Jazz. I'm Jazz. And this video is for up and coming online teachers who want to become online teachers, who are teachers in schools that want to transition to online teaching and don't know really what to expect. How is it different? And just what I've experienced and what I think is important before you start. So, number one on the list is patience. And I know that it's very obvious when teachers, but I think it's really, really important. Um, a lot of native speakers, any language, has this disbelief that, okay, or even with math, science, if you're good at something, you think that you're going to be good at teaching it. And just because you're good at teaching it does not mean that you're just because you like it does not mean that you're good at teaching it, as well as that you'll have the patience to teach it well. So yes, think about that. Do you have patience? When it comes to patience, kids and adults require different patience or patient levels. When it comes to kids, what you're going to find is that a lot of them don't want to learn English. Their parents are forcing them to learn English, and they're going to be miserable, and they're not going to follow along with you. Sometimes they are going to want to, depending on the website you're on, if they have access to drawing on the screen, they're going to draw on the screen. They're gonna want, if they can speak in English, you're gonna want to talk about what they like, a video game, and I had a student that he can play the guitar and he likes to sing, and can I play this, and I did this and I played this. You just gotta have the patience. Sometimes, depending on the platform, you're not able to pick the topics or the level for them, so they probably they're not following along with you. They don't fully understand. You may read something 5 times and they still don't get it. They still don't understand it because the material is hard. So you have to have a lot of patience, I would say. Usually it's with the older kids, like 8, 9, 10, 11, maybe 5 and 6, but I would say for the 3, 4, 5 year olds, they're probably going to want to color. Kind of just got to go with the flow, but have patience. Now, for adults, that's a different kind of patience. And I think that we as adults can understand where I'm coming from, especially when learning a language. Learning a language, I think you're the most vulnerable because you have to make mistakes in order to become better in the language, and we're taught for so long to not make mistakes. We have to be perfect. Our grade depends on this, our job depends on this, money depends on this, family depends on this, so you have to be patient with adults because they have a certain time frame that they are trying to learn English, because they need to pass a test, they need to make more money for work, from work, or so you have to be more patient. You have to reassure them that it's okay, make mistakes. They're gonna be nervous because you're probably gonna be the first native speaker that they're speaking with. So be patient, have fun. That's number one. Have my list. Next one, be okay with not knowing everything. So number two, be okay with not knowing everything. And I know it's hard, as I just said. We want to be perfect, we want to be perfectionists. But from my experience, When you are honest and say you don't know, and you say, hey, I'm not sure, but we can look it up together, that kind of shows your humanness to your students, or your human side, if I can say that, or that you're real, that you do make mistakes, even though you're the teacher, you don't know everything. Even though you're a native speaker, you don't know why you don't know why I mean, we don't know specifically why we put the. And I'm on a journey to find out, when do we always put the. They explained it online, but I'm determined to find a concrete answer. So you're not going to know everything, and that is okay. Now, I'm not telling you don't not every if they ask you, why is this, why is this that, and you're like, I don't know, I'm going to need you to pull back from teaching and do some research. I definitely recommend doing a TEFL certification course if you don't have one yet. And it's going to go over the grammar. It's going to go over different things. And you're not going to remember everything. You're going to have to review. But what I do is, if I don't know something, for example, a phrasal verb. I did not know what a phrasal verb was until been a couple of months now. And what I do is I will share the screen depending on the platform, and I will go to Google, I'll type in phrasal verb, I'll go to images, and they'll show examples, they'll show the meaning, and we can go over some of them. And what I like to do is explain it in kind of in a kiddie version, because they make so much they make things for adults so much more complicated, and it's hard to understand. And I understand, yes, for adults, but kids, their information, is much better. So if you can find like a kid dictionary, it explains things so much more simpler. So yes, once again, be okay with not knowing everything. It's okay. Number three, go with the vibe of the conversation. So majority of the students, as I said, you're going to be their first native speaker that they're going to speak with, and they're going to be nervous, or they may be confident. Just feel the vibe. And so, yes, go with the vibe of the conversation. So if they're nervous, tell them it's okay. I'm not going to bite. It's all right. Let's breathe. Breathe. You got this. Just speak. They're going to be translating. They're going to want to make the perfect sentence. They're going to say, my English is bad. That's a number one rule that I have. I don't know about you, but from my understanding, or from my language learning journey, your mindset, or anything that you want to do, you want to be the fastest person on the planet, you want to be the best surgeon, you have to tell your mind what you want it to do. So make sure you don't have your students say that their English is bad. If they say it's bad, stop them. Say, do not say that again. Because if they continuously say that their English is bad, their English is going to stay bad. It's a comfort. It's basically, oh, I'm sorry, my English is bad. No. Say that I speak English very well. I can speak English well. English is so easy for me. I love learning English. They really want to learn it, they're going to have to kind of fall in love with learning English. They have to find why, their way of liking it. Now, if they're confident, that opens up room for you to have a deeper conversation to, why do you like this? And why do you like that? And you really get the vibe from the beginning. So how I kind of set the mood is, I will say hello, and you don't have to do that. You can make up your own thing, but saying hello, that makes them feel comfortable, that makes them feel, ooh, what's this, I'll say hello, and they're like, hello, adults and kids, I use it both. And that's a really good way of setting up the vibe. Yes. Okay. Next one. Cater to your student. Ask them, why are they learning English? So when I answer the call, depending on the student, I get a feel of their English level. I'll ask them what their name is. And if they don't understand, what is your name? You know that this is a beginner on your hands. Ask them, what is their favorite thing to eat? Or what do they like to do for fun? And from there, once you know what they like to do for fun, you can recommend, maybe you can watch YouTube videos. I had one student, she is a woman from Brazil, and she loves construction work. And she really wants to become like a very prominent construction worker in, I guess, her country. And I said, but she's like, I can't. And I said, why? She's like, because I'm a woman. I said, what? There are construction worker women on YouTube. Go find them and watch shows or watch videos on them. And you're going to and make sure they speak English, and you can learn vocabulary from there. And you'll probably learn everyday vocabulary as well as construction worker vocabulary. So get to know your student. They're probably wanting to practice speaking, preparing for the IELTS, which is an English exam, TOEFL, which is a speaking exam, and do your research. What are the things that students are really trying to get better at? Mostly it's speaking, because they do not have the confidence to speak, because in school they do not speak. And so if they want to get better at speaking, you can ask them, do they want to learn how to speak everyday English, traveling English? Do they have trouble with grammar? And as I said, I'm not really a fan of grammar, but maybe I don't feel comfortable speaking in past tense. So I start them off with asking, okay, you know what? I'm not going to teach you grammar, but I'm going to teach you how to become more comfortable with it. So I will ask them, so what time did you wake up? With that, you're going to go through their day. What time did you wake up? I woke up at 9 o'clock. What did you eat? I ate eggs, bacon, and bread. What did you do after that? I brushed my teeth. I washed my face. I played with my baby. That's all in past tense. So learn how to cater to the student. Or they want to know how to use future tense. I will go to China next year. I will go traveling next year, like that. So those are some of my tips so far. There will be a part 2 to this video. I hope you liked it. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. Follow my Instagram at Online Teaching with Jazz. And I hope to hear from you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Teaching tips in 2 minutes. Online teaching with Jazz. Online teaching with Jazz.